Yo, what's good, YouTube? In today's video, I'm going through all of my settings for Warzone 2 Season 6 and basically just going through and letting you guys know exactly what I run to make my game look great and to drop my high kill gameplays. But real quick, before hopping into any of that, I want to give a massive shout out to the Noti gang. Without further ado, let's hop directly into it. Hopping directly into my settings, starting off with the controller tab. Since I do run a controller myself, I run a controller with the default button layout because I am playing on a PS5 aim controller with 4 back paddles, so I never have to take my thumbs off my analog sticks. I highly recommend you guys do get a custom controller with back paddles. It makes you a lot better movement wise and just overall in the game. So if you guys want to, go down in the description below and click my link to use my code and get yourself an aim controller. But like I said, I run a controller with the default button layout. I have my bumper ping turned off. Stick layout is also default. I have controller vibration off, which I know this doesn't make that much of a difference, but ever since MW 2019, I feel like this was like the first Call of Duty series that I just had to turn it off. I don't know why. I feel like it literally affected my aim, but of course that is personal preference. I have 7.7 for my sensitivity, which you guys ask me all the time what I run. I run 7.7 because I found what I was really comfortable with my movement, and then I fine-tuned it to make it to where I could beam with it as well. So like I said, I run 7.7. My sensitivity multiplier is 0.8, 1.0, 1.0, 1.0. Obviously, I have my custom presume in the advanced tab, which we will see in a second. I have hold for ADS. All this stuff is really all basic, except this right here for the automatic tactical sprint. You guys ask me all the time if there's certain settings to make your movement better. This is one of those settings. If you guys turn this on, you don't have to click in your analog stick, which could get really annoying. It actually could break your controller a lot, which happened to me back in MW 2019 with Verdansk. But I run automatic tactical sprint, and it gives you that instant speed for the second you push your analog stick forward. So I highly recommend turning that on. And also for your prioritize interact, for your interact/reload behavior, this lets you tap to loot, tap to open doors, tap to reload everything, except if you're like in a vehicle. If you're around loot, you're gonna have to hold to reload, but it's very important that you turn this on as well. I'll hop in directly into the advanced tab. I have my target aim assist on, of course, with the Black Ops aim assist type, which I know it got nerfed in the past, but I've tried the default, I've tried Black Ops, and in just my personal opinion, I feel the absolute best with the Black Ops aim assist. Then I'm running the dynamic aim response curve type, which I'm sure you guys have heard a million different streamers and content creators say this is by far the best option for this. So I highly recommend turning on dynamic. Of course, for the custom sensitivity presume, this is what I was saying on the last page. I have 0.8 from low zoom all the way through 6 through 7, which like I said, I found 7.7 was the best for my movement and making me quick. But then for the 0.8 is what I fine-tuned it to make it to where I could beam across the map. So of course, this is all personal preference. Take this as a base and fine-tune it for yourself. But that is my custom sensitivity presume. For my dead zones, I run 0.03 and 0.05 for my left and right stick minimum, with 0.99 and 0.99 for the max. And then for the left trigger and right trigger, I run 0.0 on both of them, so they're absolutely instant. For the dead zones, you're gonna want to be a little bit lower unless your controller has a lot of stick drift. Hopefully you guys don't. It's very annoying to deal with. But for the lower dead zones, there's a lot less delay to where every single movement you make is absolutely instant. So like I said, I recommend the lower dead zones, and for me, I run the 0.03 and 0.05. I have gyro aiming completely turned off. I don't really know anybody that runs that on, so all this stuff is pretty much useless. Then we get down to the movement behaviors. I have off, double tap, off, 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 with the invert slide and dive behavior on inverted. A lot of you guys come through my streams and ask this as well, how I'm able to jump from rooftop to rooftop so fast. This is that setting. Now, instead of me holding circle to dive, I tap circle to dive and I hold circle to slide. Very, very useful, and I highly recommend turning this to inverted. For my plunging underwater, I plunge freely. I have parachute auto deploy off, which is a lot more helpful than you guys actually think. And then I have on, mantle only, off, off, on, medium, on. I just want to go through this really quick. Obviously, not all of this matters. You guys can really turn this on however you guys want to, but I'm just letting you guys know exactly what I run. I run short delay, free look, and then I run toggle, moderate, and hold. Those are all my controller settings. Like I was just saying a second ago, use everything that I run as a base, and then you can fine tune it for yourself and make it to where you're feeling really comfortable on the map. We'll hop in directly to the graphics tab. I run full screen exclusive, which if you guys don't know, this is how you get the best performance out of your game. Obviously, I'm on a crazy PC with a 4090 GPU, which is how I get such good frames, but all of these settings are still going to apply to Xbox, PS4, PS5, anything that you guys run. I have my screen refresh rate on 239/970, aka 240, because I'm on a 240 hertz monitor. I play in 1440p. I have dynamic resolution turned off, and then I have automatic off, unlimited frame rate limit. Shader optimization, all this stuff doesn't matter. And then 2.2 sRGB is very important if you guys are on a monitor. The sRGB is for the gaming monitors or the smaller monitors, and then the BT1886 is for the big TVs. I say this every single settings video. If you guys have the option to, or if you guys play this game more than casually, definitely get yourself on a gaming monitor. You're on a massive disadvantage if you're playing on a big TV. But yeah, I have 2.2 sRGB with my brightness at 50, and then I have my HDR turned off. So hopping directly into the quality tab, I'm going to go through this pretty quick. I run a lot of this on low or very low because the game game still looks good even with this at the very bottom. So I have my render resolution on 100, which is exactly what you guys should be running. I have Fidelity FX Cast for my upscaling and sharpening with that completely maxed out at 100. For my anti-aliasing, I have Filmic SMAA for my normal anti-aliasing quality and my video memory scale for 80. And then like I said, I'm gonna run through this pretty quick, but I have low, 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 low with short, low, low, on, medium, off, and then low, low, off, default. And then hopping directly to the shadow and lighting, I have normal, off, medium, ultra, low, off, normal, high, off. And then for my post-processing, I have on plus boost, which makes the game feel fantastic, with off, and 0. The motion blurs are very important to have off. Unless you're a TikToker trying to go for those corny clips, there's no reason to have this on. Please turn this off so your game looks a whole lot better. But like I said, I just wanted to run through those really quick. Obviously, if you guys want to, pause it so you guys can see everything that you want to change. But like I was saying with the controller settings, take all these as a basis and then fine-tune it for yourself to make your game look and feel the absolute best. I'll hop in directly into the view tab. I play on 120 FOV, which I know a lot of people think actually messes with your aim assist, but I've been playing on 120 FOV ever since I hopped on PC back in Verdansk, and I felt fantastic with it ever since. With my 80s FOV, I play on affected, which all of you guys should be doing as well. This really gets rid of a lot of visual recoil, and I know a lot of you guys are still playing on independent, which is not the move. Then I have my weapon field of view on wide with 90 FOV for my third person. I have my vehicle field of view on default with my first and third person camera movement on 50%, so my screen isn't moving all over the place or shaking a ton. It gets really unnecessary, and a lot of you guys should definitely switch to 50% as well. And then I have my third person ADS and my game perspective for all this as well. But like I've been saying, a lot of these settings are really all the settings are personal preference. So I want you guys to go through all my controller settings, all my graphic settings, and use it as a personal base, and then fine tune it for yourselves. I'll hop in directly to the audio tab. This stuff is really all personal preference as well. I just want to go through and show you guys what I'm running. I have the PC audio mix with my 60 master volume, 0, 20, 75, 800. And then I have speakers and Windows default. And then, like I said, all this stuff is really for your own personal setup, console, PC, everything else. Definitely changes for how you want it. But I have the PC audio mix, and then for there I go for the interface where I have the menu and text chat text size for default 20, and then the color customization, I'm on filter 2 for my colorblind settings, where the color filter target to both for the world and interface. For the intensity on 100 and the custom HUD color palette, because I go to the red, I take it to the far maximum, I completely max it out for the saturation and the brightness, and I apply the custom color to where my red is super bright so I can see it in any different scenario. Then scrolling down to the HUD, I actually turn this down to 00, because if you guys don't know, this takes it from where your map is in the far left corner, and it kind of zooms it in closer to the screen to where your eyes don't have to go as far. So I've been running this on 00 for a very long time, with the square minimap shape, the minimap rotation on, horizontal compass on, crosshairs on. All this stuff is on, full name on, fade after 5 seconds, and then the center dot is also on. A lot of you guys don't know this as well. Turn on the center dot. It helps with centering a ton, and it makes it to where you're always on target. But this basically puts a little dot in the middle of your screen to where even if your crosshairs go away, you still have this in the middle. And then for the telemetry, I have on, which is these 3 boxes in the top left. I'm not too sure if you can do this on console, but for me, I have my FPS, my latency, my packet loss. Very useful information if I am in a game. But that's really it for the settings, man. I know I really speed run through all those, but I just want to basically let you guys know exactly what I'm running right now in Warzone 2 Season 6 to have my game looking great, have my game running smooth, and to drop my high kill bangers. So if you guys want to, go through, test them all out for yourself. But like I said, use it as a base and then fine tune it for yourself. So let me know down in the comments below if it helps you guys out at all. And if it does, make sure you guys hit that big red subscribe button.